Hello everyone, welcome to the first video in the second unit, which is discussing designing your course. Now, this is going to be a quick video as it's just an introductory video. It's meant to give you a very brief oversight as to what we're going to be discussing in this unit, which is designing your course, right? So again, bringing it back to the big picture, we're finished off the first unit, which is the concept, which was meant to provide you with a big picture and conceptualize all of the steps from end to end of building an online course. And maybe I was a little bit slow, maybe it was a little bit too high level, and you really want to get into the detail now of starting to build your course. But it is really important to get your foundations right, because there's a number of steps in there which is going to impact our decision and our planning in this unit of designing our course, as well as later on when we actually get to the building block step of building out our course. So really important we get those conceptual steps right. So you're thinking about these things, you're making the right decisions, and you're aware of the impact early on before it's too late to change it down the track once we're actually building our course. So we've now completed that concept course. We're now beginning the first few videos of Unit 2, which is designing your course. So the key elements of this is really around what is our planning before we start building our course. We want to plan it end to end. So that involves our course plan. It involves our structure. So how are we organizing all of those key bits of information, and overall how are we designing it? What's the layout? What's the color scheme? What tools are we using? How are we outlining all of our thoughts? And all these kind of points like that. So it's really meant to get everything ready to go, all of your notes summarized, that you've really thought about all of the topics, right? So that when you start, filming your videos and building your website, that you're not wasting people's time. Instead, you're adding a lot of value. It's in a very concise manner, and that people are willing to pay for it because it has a certain level of perceived quality. So you understand all of the big picture stuff from the original video. This section and the videos that we're going to cover is going to make sure that you've really thought about how you're going to deliver your messaging, your content, and building it out. And we've got that ready to go so that later on, once we start building, we're delivering these super high quality courses, which is going to maximize the chance that people are going to pay money to purchase your course, right? And recommend it to your friends as well. So again, really important to get this step right. And we're going to talk you through all of those steps so that it's quite simple for you to go off and do on your own. So that's really all that we're going to cover in this section, to give you like a rough idea of some of the video contents, like the actual subjects we're going to touch on. So we're obviously going to provide an introduction to the section and go through some of the topics that we're teaching. But some of the key videos that we're going to go through is what topics are you going to teach? Because everyone's got some sort of expertise in a certain area, whether it's from their job, whether it's from their education, whether it's from a unique skill they have, or even something they don't currently know but they're researching. So we're going to run you through, what's the thought process to figure out what's the best topic for you to teach, and give you some examples to draw from there. We're going to go through things like testing your idea. So once you're happy with a certain topic outline, making sure that you're validating that idea with your audiences, because there's no point putting all this work in and then later on realizing that no one's going to buy it or no one's really interested in it, right? So if we can address that early on, we can maximize the potential that we're going to have a very profitable and useful course. We're of course going to go through planning, lessons, and video structures, because again, if you go in and start filming a video without having certain notes, without having structured what your kind of course looks like, it's not going to be very structured and professional. It's going to look quite amateurish and people aren't going to pay for it. And B, you're not going to maximize the value of the content that you're producing, right? So it's really important we have this cohesive journey for all of our viewers, starting from the foundations through the technical skills to the big picture stuff, and getting them to an endpoint where they really have learned a lot and can go and deploy the lessons that you've taught them in the real world. So we'll go through that. We'll also talk about building PowerPoint slides. So I think this is a critical part of any online course, is having some underlying material that you're talking to. And yes, you can just speak to just a full screen video of yourself, but I think at the end of the day, it does limit the amount of value that you are able to teach. It's the same reason that high schools, they teach off textbooks, universities and colleges, they teach off PowerPoints and other materials. So yes, you can do some videos yourself, but I think really important, if we're going to summarize, especially technical information, a great way of conveying that information is through PowerPoint slides, as we're doing right now. So you can clearly see the value of doing that. So we'll teach you how to do that, how best to think about it. We'll give you some ideas for templates that you can draw from to have some, very professional looking slides with animations and things like that. We'll also talk about the actual equipment and software that you need to use to prepare videos like this, as well as filming your videos and editing your videos. So this is a very rough outline of what this topic's all about, but hopefully that makes a lot more sense now. And then of course, once you've gone through these foundational videos and you feel comfortable with the design and you've prepared that and you put in the effort and the research, then we're going to be ready for actually building out your business and getting that ready on the website, ready to accept sales and start bringing in that passive income whilst you sleep. So that's everything from the introduction video. I'll end the video there. That's useful, and I look forward to teaching you over the subsequent videos how to design a interesting course. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.